Giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and the sincere shalom to the icon that's out there pushing. And sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine, first and foremost. I want to say the Wadi YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI for giving me and a fellow icon the opportunity to do these lessons in these videos, the opportunity to go out there on the highways and on the hedges, all to edify and warn the nations of Israel, to the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, and Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel, the ones the law, statutes, and commandments, as well as the promises were given to you. All right, shalom. Real quick, straightforward video. Nothing, nothing very much about it. Daily briefing. Nuclear war could spark global famine. All right, down here it says how even a small-scale nuclear conflict could cause a global famine. All right, now, like I've been saying pretty much all this week and part of last week, that remember how I kept saying these nuclear and I'm sure you brothers and sisters see it out there, man. How these nuclear threats, these nuclear warnings, these nuclear articles talking about nuclear war, nuclear conflicts are becoming very common now, man. And why is that? It's just all of a sudden happening for no reason. People just talk, these articles are popping up about it for no reason. All of a sudden, while you people still going around, living everyday life like ain't shit going on, and not fearing the Lord, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. This shit is happening, man. Now, I'm gonna get Matthew because what I'm gonna go into about that global famine thing. All right, how a nuclear war could impact that, right? Not really going into how, but I mean we all know how. I mean, because it's a nuclear war. Why wouldn't it? Matthew chapter 24 verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. All right, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So all these things, they got to come to pass, but the end is not yet, man. And you want to hear wars and rumors of wars. Okay? It says, for nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So right along with the famine. So war brings famine, war brings inflation, right? War brings a lot of stuff, man. War brings a lot of stuff. And when you have protests, when you have riots, wars, when you have all this stuff happening, it's like a domino thing, man. It's like a domino thing. So right along with that stuff, you have the increase in prices, the inflation, why these gas prices have shot up, why the food prices have shot up, all the stuff that you see, the riots, even the natural disasters. Let's say earthquakes. All right, even natural disasters such as earthquakes, such as like tornadoes and shit like that. That brings famine. That brings an increase in prices. That brings all types of shit, man. Hell, that even brings war. That even brings conflict, man. Because when people don't get what they want, what do? Right? So when people lose it all, that's what happens, man. Right? And through the spirit and power of Lord Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, man, we have been telling you so-called Black, Latino, and Native American people, man. You don't want to get it. What do the scriptures say? Whether they heal, whether they forbid. Y'all want to know. Y'all going to know that we was standing out there, the crazy niggas that you see on the corners with the colorful outfits and shit like that, right? As y'all like saying, was telling y'all the truth, man. Y'all going to see, man. Y'all going to see. Some people already do see, right? And the ones that do see, right, they try their best to reach out. The ones that actually do see, they try their very best to reach out. Right? But what did it just say? It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right? All these are the beginning of sorrows. So again, man, right along with war, right along with the riots and all this other stuff, it comes with a whole bunch of other shit, man. It comes with a whole bunch of other shit, man. Right? All the scriptures that talk about um, your neighbors not sparing, not sparing one another. What do you think brings that? Right? Famine. Right? War. And it ain't just a famine of food. All right? It's not a famine. First off, the biggest famine is famine of the word, as Amos chapter 8 says. But it's not just going to be a famine of food, man. It's going to be a famine of entertainment. No more TikTok, no more Instagram, no more Snapchat, no more none of that bullshit, man. Right? It's gonna be a famine of it'll be pretty much a famine of luxury, man. People ain't gonna be living this luxurious life that they living now, man. All right, especially our women. They not gonna be living the luxurious life, and the privileges. All right, in that day, man. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be completely different. It's gonna be a totally different world, man. And obviously, us seeing, ain't nobody ready for that. And that's why we praying to make sure that we make our calling and election short, man. All right. So anyway, man, again, it wasn't nothing much on this video. I just, this popped up, and I was like, hey, man, why not do a little video on that, man? Because this is kind of what I was saying, the whole time. How war and, the famines, the pestilences, the earthquakes, all that stuff brings a whole lot of shit, man. Well, the war itself brings all that stuff. But even the famines, what is famine going to bring? What are pestilences going to bring? Right? What are earthquakes as far as the riots and even natural disasters, what are they going to bring? All those have like a they connect to one another, man. And that's what they all work. And that's why the Lord is sending it here, man, because they all work. It's like they all work together. Right? All those things, they all work together. And what is it meant to do? It's meant to destroy, man. As the Lord said was going to happen. The Lord is ready to lay waste to this bitch, man. Straight up, man. The Lord is getting ready straight up lay complete waste to this bitch. And it needs to happen. Matthew 8, the 18th chapter said what? Woe to the world for the offenses. And one of the biggest offenses is that bullshit ass Christianity, man. We've been lied to the whole time. We don't know anything about prophecy. Christianity does not go into prophecy, and even if they try a little bit, they still mess it up. There was one preacher or pastor, whatever the hell you want to call him, that tried to go into Revelation 13 to break down the charagma, and he butchered it. He completely butchered it, fucked it all up, because you cannot do what we can do, man. First off, a lot of y'all y'all are following the so-called white man's curriculum. All right, so you only allowed to say certain things. That's the problem. Y'all only allowed to say certain things, so y'all say what master tell you to say. Other than that, or if you're not, when you start speaking what we speak, you want to lose that audience. So pretty much, the servants are the masters are pretty much serving the servants. Right? The students are controlling the teachers, pretty much. Right? That's like having a bunch of kids, you a kindergarten teacher, and having a bunch of kids tell you what the hell to do, man, and what the hell to say. Because that's pretty much what you're doing. When you say things for your audience and just for your audience, right? In fear of losing them, they're pretty much telling you what the hell to say, man. And that's how backwards this place is. Automatically, you should be like, well, whatever. You don't like it, move on. But it's the money. And it all goes back to Esau Edom telling them what to say. Even if they're not physically, that money. When these Christian pastors, you lose that audience, they lose that money. And that money is Esau Edom, man. So that's still Esau Edom telling you what the hell to say, what not to say. Y'all not going into no articles, no nuclear war articles and stuff like that, warning the people. Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, Ezekiel the 33rd chapter. You're not doing all that. You're not doing that. You still sitting back, you know, you still sitting back, eating pork chops and telling people, that hey, all you gotta do is believe. Come as you are, do this, do that, and don't even worry about a thing. Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.